The Wooting.
The Wooting keyboard.
The Wooting.
Wooting.
Did you know that all of the current top 10 players in Osu have used the Wooting keyboard before and have felt the benefits of the rapid trigger function? I mean, just look at the number 1 player, Emric, who got a Wooting keyboard and set the current PP record on AryN. And did I mention he did this after the current rank 9 player, AryN, set the PP record on Ascension to Heaven with 3 mod prior? Clearly something is up with the keyboard, and surely it's not placebo. Otherwise, we would not have this many top players using the keyboard to improve at a rapid pace. Going back to the talk of rapid trigger, let's talk about what makes this keyboard such a game changer for the Osu community. Quick disclaimer, I reached out to Wooting for the keyboard, to which they agreed, but I'm not being paid to say positive things about the keyboard. I think if they believe in their technology and it being a real game changer, that the product should show for itself. Okay, let's move on. While talking about the features of the Wooting keyboard, there will be a scuffed unboxing in the background. Now, what makes the Wooting special? Well, at least before big corporations started copying them. Well, it is their rapid trigger function that I briefly mentioned before. Rapid trigger is a flexible actuation point that adapts to how you, yes you, taps. If you tap lightly, and I mean really lightly, then you let go a bit slightly, that input moves at an insanely fast speed. Still don't get it? Well, using the short visual and what they describe rapid trigger as is, quote, rapid trigger changes the actuation and reset point on the fly. Your keys will activate when you intend to press and reset when you intend to let go. But how is this possible? How is the keyboard able to understand the difference between when someone is pressing or releasing a key? Well, it is all thanks to the lecker switch. To avoid wasting your time explaining the feature of the switches, I will use their words in relation to the lecker switch. Quote, a contactless magnet switched power by Hall effect sensors. No metal leaf, pins, optics, or other sensitive hardware that suffers from wear, tear, and particles. Now, what is a magnet switch powered by Hall effect sensors? In short, the switch has a magnet attached to the bottom, and the Hall sensors are in the keyboard. These two work in harmony to provide a basically seamless feel and pinpoint accuracy when triggered, because it has magnets, which are faster than the traditional switches you would find in a basic mechanical keyboard, since those use metal contacts that create a really small but noticeable time period before resetting the key. With the lecker switches, you are unable to feel that stall with a key press. This inadvertently allows you to change the actuation point of the switches from 4.0mm to 0.1mm, and for the rapid trigger function, it can range from 2.35mm to 0.15mm. This can all be done through the utility software, either through the website or downloading the program. Personally, I use the website because it is just faster and my laptop is terrible. The customizability of the actuation point and the rapid trigger function is good, and same goes for remapping keys or binding multiple keys into one key press. Yes, you can do that. As for the gamer RGB, I think it has an alright amount of customizability. I personally like the spring preset because green is my favorite color, but most of the features in the software are easy to understand and work with. Did I mention that this keyboard also has access to analog input functions? So whether you are a Fortnite player or a driving/racing game player, this keyboard is a good option. Alright, now that you have got the gist of why this keyboard is revolutionary in the gaming industry, let's talk about the function for the average user or casual typer. Well, it functions as intended. It's a keyboard, what did you expect? Even though it is targeted with gamers in mind, it still has a relatively nice stock sound, and the keycaps, which are PBT, are pretty decent and feel good to me at least. Here is a quick sound test. Now, time for testing it with Osu. Another quick disclaimer, this section of the video is mainly opinion based, since it is really hard for me to describe the feeling of the keyboard, but I will try to. Also, from the plays you will see, you can tell I'm dog shit, so that doesn't really help. Most of the plays you will be seeing on screen are in fact jump maps and not speed. The reason behind this is I am bad at the game. From my personal experiences with the keyboard so far, the buttery smooth feeling and the rapid trigger feature are not placebo, and they do work as advertised. So if you were wondering whether it actually helps with speed and your tapping, it does. For the past couple of days I have felt my single tapping speed increase, which is something I don't really hear people talking about, alongside my bursting and streaming speed, which has gradually increased as well. But that being said, I am nowhere near my true potential. Now, as an Osu player, you guys should be aware of the term skill ceiling or skill cap in Osu. It is basically the amount of skill you have at the moment, as well as the true potential that you could have if you did not suck at the game like me. Say you completely reached your skill ceiling in Osu, and the only thing that is holding you back is equipment. Sure, go ahead, get a Wooting. You will improve with it. But if you're like me, slowly making progress and trying to push that already low skill ceiling, it is not as helpful. So, you actually need to be at your current skill cap or skill ceiling to be able to effectively use the Wooting in your favor. What the majority of you guys are probably wondering about is, should I buy this keyboard for Osu? And my answer to you is that from my experience, there is a noticeable change in my tapping speed. Everything feels a lot smoother, and even my piss low rank of 29k as of now, I was able to climb up 3k ranks in the span of 2 days, right after obtaining the keyboard. But take that as you will. This gain in ranks was probably due to a change in mindset to be able to gain more ranks, since I had just received the keyboard and I thought it was going to be game changing and instantly turned me into a god that could stream 270 BPM and single tap insanely fast. But instead I just farmed low BPM jump farm maps that did not push me hard to improve. As you can tell from looking at my profile, I legit farmed every diff on Angel with a shotgun. On the We Got It play, you can see that I can't aim, so that's not really the keyboard's fault, that's just my dumbass fault. But final verdict, if you should buy it, is really up to you, and if you have the money for it. Coming from someone that gets money for their birthday, I probably would not buy this, since the keyboard is 291 New Zealand dollars, which is $172 for you Americans. However, there is a Wooting Uwu keypad designed for Osu players in mind, that is cheaper and has the same functions as the Wooting 60HE. So, if you have the money for it, go ahead buy it, you're not really losing out on much, it does make a difference. But if you do not have the money and you can't afford it, just get the Wooting Uwu or not buy it at all, because it is a quality of life improvement, you know? But that's about it. Thank you Wooting for sending the keyboard over to me to review. See ya. 10% accuracy difference. The bottom one was before Wooting, after Wooting is the top one. I mean, they're both C ranks, they're both shit, but like,